This is the Dwarf Gulf Gold, and this is our Espalier, which we're pretty proud of. So in the winter, we prune off the front plane to make it nice and flat. So you're basically taking out any growth that comes to the front or to the back, and make sure that you leave your fruiting spurs. And what you're aiming to do is to get some nice fruiting laterals. So all the branches that grow outwards like this are going to give you a heavier crop of fruit than branches that grow upright. So the idea of Espalier is to flatten your tree, stretch it out like this and get these fruiting laterals. And you can see we've got a great crop of plums coming on. So these are ready to pick and eat. And they're just beautiful. They're a lovely, they're sort of a bit of a reddish blush to them. With golden flesh inside. Nice and juicy and a really good flavour. We don't want to lose this crop, so we're going to throw a net over this. And being espaliered and flat, it's nice and easy to do. So we're going to show you how. You can do it with one person, but it is easier to do with two. So the aim is to get the net, and we're going to tie it at the bottom like this, and on the sides like this. And if there are a couple of fruit poking out the side, it's not going to matter if we lose a couple of the fruit when we actually save our main crop. So just cover your net so that you actually protect most of your fruit. And if you have a couple sticking out, don't fret. So fruit fly actually pupate in the ground. So the adult fly lays its eggs in the fruit, and then the fruit fall on the ground and the fruit flies pupate in the ground. So they're actually going to emerge from the soil. So what you need to do is you need to pick up any fallen fruit to maintain hygiene in your orchard. And then you need to protect the tree from the base. So we're just going to just staple this together. It doesn't have to be perfect. So if one fruit fly makes its way in, it's not going to ruin the whole crop. It might just get into one fruit. So that's not going to be too much of a big deal. Now it's our favourite because it's self-fertile. So you only need one plum tree. There are no other plum trees planted around here, and we've got a great crop on this tree. We also love it because it's a dwarf. It's only a small tree. So this plum tree takes up about 2 metres tall in space and about 50 centimetres wide. It does really well in the subtropics. It'll do well as far south as Sydney and in warmer areas. And you too could be picking 200 plums off one of these in the spring if you dedicate a little bit of space to your backyard to growing fruit trees.